Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Eileen. Today just wanted to bring you along with me, craft with me. It's just a little catching up on my hashtag March Disney Madness projects. So I'm working on some laminating, and I've got some papers that I want to put into the junk journal for our trapper keeper that we're all making for each other, who is Luisa and Eve. And if you're not following us, I have the links in the description box down below. So yeah, let's get to it. So you can see my ink is running low, but we got to go with what we got. So I already have, let me backtrack. I'm using my Cricut today. I put my images into the design space, and I made it large, pretty large, because I want to make these into like pockets. And I'm using my laminating machine, which I didn't turn on. And there we go. Had to get that laminator turned on. Okay, so the measurements that I used to get the right images are, the right size. I went in here and measured, took my ruler and just gave myself some space, because with the binder rings, it's gonna come out a little bit. I might not have even made it big enough or small enough. I'm sorry for the lack of good words. Anyway, I compensated for the binder ring itself, which is this one right here that we pick up from Dollar Tree. And this is the larger of the binder rings. Yep, 2 inches, the 2-inch binder ring. So I was trying to compensate for the size that, you're gonna have this gap. But so I took it and went in, I measured about, I believe 5.5, just 5.5. And then I didn't want to go taller than my binder, so I went to probably about 8.5 inches. So I don't even think I made it large enough, because I want to, let me show you. I want to take these images, put it through the laminator, right? I got it double-sided, and I want to give it space, so I'm not going to cut it exactly around my image. I'm going to, let me pull this away from the edge a little. There we go. And then the same with this. So I'm trying to give it a lot of space around all 4 sides of our image, okay? What I want to do is not punch the holes on the image. I want to punch it on the laminating pocket, if that makes any sense. And let me flip this over, because I see something. Yeah, and the Cricut, because I use my Cricut to cut this out, it kind of tore that crease in the middle, or the little center point where the elbow is on this one. But I'm not going to reprint it. I'm just going to go with this. Go with this one, because I'm low on ink. I don't want to keep wasting ink. So just push that down and hope for the best. And then the laminator would seal it up pretty good. So that's what it's going to look like. And I'm going to cut these images, like I said, give it some space. Hers is little, there you go. Trying to make it nice so that once I go in to cut it, I don't have to cut too much away. This one seems to be moving on me. Daisy has her head a little tilted, so I'm trying to make it as square as possible, if it's even possible with me. All right, so there you have it. I also did Minnie Mouse. So these are also they're gonna be pockets, but they're also gonna be like a place for like a dashboard, because I picked up some of those, like a sticky note pack. Here we go, from Walmart. And they're like, they have flags and tabs, and then you have the memo, you know, all these little things. So yeah, we're gonna add these into there somehow. So as we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and print off the other images that I want to use. Let's see. Okay, this one. And I have to make 2 of each, because 1 for Eve, 1 for Luisa's Chopper Keepers. So 2 sets. So hopefully this prints out. Oh boy, I don't think I turned the bleed off on this one. Oh, pay attention, Eileen. Anyways, while the laminator is heating up and my printer is printing, also wanted to share these. I pulled out a bunch of my stamp sets, and I have like a few Disney themed stamps. So I stamped and die cut several pieces. Also stamped out some sentiments. I found some sentiments in my stash. And so here's the second set. And I could see I'm like running out of, ink. All right, that laminator is ready. So I'm going to take this over. And if you have a page laminating sleeve, like you put this to protect it into another sleeve, use it. Okay, so you see how I say the Cricut wants to tear it, because I'm printing it on paper. So you just got to, you know, be patient with it. If you're using paper, printer, regular printer paper, see, I didn't want to, didn't cut. So I'm going to have to fix it with my scissors. Oh boy. Or print it on just regular cardstock, printable cardstock. So that one got messed up too. Oh, I'm going to have to go back in and fix some of my edges. Oh no. Oh boy. Might have to make a change and put it on cardstock. I was trying not to put cardstock because it gets thick if you double print or double side your paper. All right, so here's how this one went. In the back, I fed it in this way, and this went kind of crooked. It didn't come out straight, so my top edge, I'll have to clean that up, but everything else is fine. And both sides they look good to me. All right, so yeah, guys, I might not be able to salvage this one because the edges are not clean. So you see how it cut up that edge right there. Yeah, got a little messed up. Gonna have to trim away some of it. Straighten up some of these cuts. And when I go to line everything up, I'm gonna have to do the same to both sides. Now you're gonna ask, how am I gonna make this into a pocket? You're gonna have to cut open your laminating sheets and you shall see. So Minnie Mouse is okay. Just have to clean up her bow like that. And it's not gonna be perfect, guys, so don't stress too much. I'm gonna get this put on here again. So I'm using my mat upside down because you know you can. It will go through upside down. You just have to line your edges up again. It's kind of hard right here on camera. And the reason I'm doing that is because my mat on this side is not as, it's not very sticky. It's not sticky. All right, let me get this put through. All right, so let me see. Here is our daisy. And we're gonna make her, I'm gonna attempt to make her a pocket. We shall see. I'm gonna use my straight edge on the laminating sheet and cut off a good amount. So on the top. Okay. And now I'm going to try to cut closer to this one, the right side of my image. People probably having a cow right now. Okay. So now this is the side I want to punch my holes for my, you know, what's this called? Chopper keeper. Let me run it. I'm going to run it through the laminator machine one more time. All right, guys. So I trimmed the very top and I trimmed the bottom. So the bottom I left a big gap there. And hopefully this works because I'm going to have to start all over again. And so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut right up to the paper right here so it can open up that air pocket. Hopefully it works. So here we go. I'm going to cut, just go ahead and cut it across. Cut right up into our pocket, air pocket here. This is supposed to open it up because, you know, we didn't glue the two pieces of paper together. So this should open us up. All right, so let's see if it works. Yep, there it goes. Let me stand up so you can see. So now our laminate is open. All right. So now the thing is, how far in do we want to go? Because you got to open up that pocket, right? Let's see. Get down to the wider part of the pocket. I'm going to use my trimmer. Okay, go right up there. It's got it right up in there. You know, if any of you have a better way to do this, please tag me so I could try your method, because literally I wanted to try making this, you know, somewhat on my own. All right, so now we got that done. It is a pocket in a pocket sense, but I don't know, I'm not 100% feeling this because although I want to punch holes here, right? I can't, it's not very usable. It's not a user-friendly pocket. So even if I chose to use this as a pocket, as a tag, only putting a tag in there, something like this. That's about as wide as it gets. Let me see. Do I have something? Hold on, let me find a tag first of all. Okay, so I just pulled a scrap piece of paper out. Yeah, very narrow tag, but look at how far down it goes. It does go down there to the bottom pretty much. See that? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I still want to put the holes on here. Let's get my chopper keeper and move this over. I don't know how useful this pocket's going to be. I would have to punch holes on the two down at the bottom. Girl, I might have to get a smaller. Yeah, I don't know. A smaller binder ring, so. Okay, we're gonna leave this pocket alone for now. It seems you can put something in it. It probably will only be a tag, a single tag. I can cut it down a little more. Yeah, I can. Probably the same length or height. Okay, we'll bring this pocket down a little more. Maybe I'll feel better about it. Okay, right there. Bring this in. Okay. Right about, oh, it did, perfect. So yeah, okay. It's a little more open on this one. There you go. There we go. Okay. There we have it. And I can cut more off here. It doesn't have to be all the way out here. You see what I mean? The pocket is accessible for a tag. Pretty much just a tag. And I could probably shape this a little more. Yep. Let's do that. I don't want to cut to the air pocket this time. I'm just going to go around the outer edge about 1/4 of an inch away from our pocket. Yeah, what do you guys think? It's not the prettiest, but it's enough. And as long as there's no sharp edges to scratch anyone, I think that's okay. There we go. Another way to reinforce that laminate is you can take it to the sewing machine and add some stitches, which is probably what I will do. There is our first pocket. I will punch the holes. You don't want to punch the holes too far out. Let me see. Let's go with the 1.5 and see if these are big enough to. Oof. Does it have to be the big giant ring? Or are we good with this 1.5 inch? We'll see. Once we get all our pages put in the junk journal. All right. And put these back in. Use it like that. Hopefully it's enough. So now I'm going to take my template. I have a template for my holes, and here they are. And I'm going to line them up so it's not right at the bottom. You see how it's lined up at the bottom? I don't want that because it doesn't have enough room. But maybe a little more higher. There we go. Right about there, maybe. Yeah. Using my Crocodile, gonna use the, I think I'm using the 3/16. So let's take this, and then I'm gonna make this pocket again. And let's, ooh. I don't trust myself. All right, let's get her out of the way. For now. Okay, I'm gonna put her down. Let me get a pen because I have 10 million pens here. Why not? Use your pen. There we go. Well, it doesn't write on the plastic. Okay. 3/16. Let's go with that. And yeah, I can't see still, so line that back up. Put these bad boys back online. Use a Sharpie, that much better. Yep. And hope that it punches through this laminate. Okay. Oops. All right. Give it a little twist when we're punching through the laminate because sometimes it doesn't want to let go. Yeah, see? It's got that little tag on there. All right, so now let's get our chopper keeper back over here and see how this looks. How far out does it hang? Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. There we go. See that? So she's out here, so halfway, and when you close it, yep, she's still inside the chopper keeper, this very edge here. And so I like that. Actually, these are better rings, so hopefully I don't overflow this this binder ring. All right, so I'm gonna go and make these, and then I'll come back and share with you what I did. And yeah, hopefully I can make them the same. Okay, so I'm back. I made all of my laminate pieces. And here it goes. This will be the first layer, the top layer of my Trapper Keeper setup for the junk journal. It is just a dashboard, and it's not a traditional dashboard. I just double-sided. I did not cut the top open to, you know, the way I made the pockets. So I just laminated this, and I was telling you guys it wouldn't matter because if the paper like shredded a little bit, because once you get the laminate on there, it'll hold it together, and you're not gonna mess that. You're not gonna mess that up. So there's our laminate page. Here is the first pocket, and this is Minnie Mouse. Let me zoom out a little. You guys can see more of it. So here's Minnie Mouse, and you can see where I left some of the laminate, the excess there, so I could punch my hole. So that's what I was talking about. I was gonna leave that extra space to create the hinge, okay? So here's our pocket, And basically I just put this paper in here to tell me that this is a pocket. Don't forget to make a tag for it. And I only punched holes on the 2 rings, for the 2 rings, and you can put it on the bottom. Here is just a single-sided image that I got a clip art from one of the digital collections, and I just cut it at an angle. That way the ears wouldn't interfere. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like that. Just another dashboard. They could do whatever they want with that. But here is the second pocket. It's actually the first pocket we made, which is Daisy, and it's pretty deep. It goes the height of Daisy Duck, and you can see how much excess here. So each one is different. So there you go. So when it comes to adding the papers in, it won't be so bulky in just one spot. Now here, I didn't want to cut along the stick area, so I cut just the top edge up here, and then I left the excess up on top, and that way I could punch up on the top and put it up on the higher side of the Trapper Keeper. Okay, so different levels. And again, this is a single-sided image, but I did want to show you on the other Trapper Keeper for this one. Okay, it's same setup. This is at the top, this is at the bottom. We still got the ice cream cone, and we have Daisy. I put Daisy higher up because, like I showed you on the first one, I left a piece, but I wasn't paying attention and I cut all the way down. So the stick here is free for it. You know, it's just free. So I cut away too much. So I just improvised and I moved this one down, and then Daisy Duck is further up. So, and again, she is a pocket, and just got to work with it a little bit, guys, because it's just a piece of cardstock in here, not a complete tag. So again, she's the length of the pocket. I mean, the pocket is the length of Daisy, and the same goes with Minnie Mouse, her head. So there you go. I finished my laminated pieces for the junk journal part of our Trapper Keeper. Okay, so those are the pieces I've added so far. I did pull papers in for our junk journal. This is what this is going to look like. I think I'm happy with how it came out. Everything is looking nice and tidy. And don't worry about this piece right here. It's gonna be adjusted once I get a real tag in there. It won't be so big. And then you see how the pages are falling because we are using binder rings. It's not a real binder mechanism. So there you have it. All right, so here I have my template, and these are where I'm going to be punching the holes for our pages. I did fussy cut these donuts, but I think I have to go in and use my Cricut to make them smaller so I can add them to our Trapper Keeper, because my idea was to punch holes here and here on the ear part, and it becomes a page, but this is too big. It's too big for the Trapper Keeper. And I'm also going to double side this. So one side probably be pink and the other side will be a different color, but it will be a donut. So here's my template. And each of them have the same pages. I printed these digital collections, and I'm going to create some kind of like a fold out. So I printed on both sides of, oh, I didn't print on this one. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah. This is from a paper pad from Cricut, and that is double-sided. I have a little hinge here because all I'm going to do is punch holes onto this one, and it's just going to be a page, one of the pages. This one is a digital collection again, and I just printed single-sided on regular paper. This one is from Luisa's digital collection, and it is Elegant Easter, and I just printed on both sides. Okay, This one is just regular printer paper. Oh, this one, I didn't say this is cardstock. This is paper, regular printer paper, and I double printed on both sides. Okay, so that's gonna be a page. I might put it in this way and it opens up like that. I might make it a pocket. I don't know yet, so cross that bridge when we get there. And then this is another page I printed on pink cardstock. This is the Walmart cardstock. And then I just drew a score line here so I can fold this like that. And this can become a hinge. I can add another cardstock. I can add some kind of, you know, die cut or something onto that page. So when you see it folded, that's just, I didn't want to cut it at the moment because then it can become a pocket if I want it to. Again, it's printed on both sides on printer paper. This one is cardstock, so every once in a while I switched it up and just printed on both sides if I remembered. Okay, so this is one digital collection and this is a different digital collection. Okay, and they have, both of them will have the same print papers. So yeah, this is another Luisa Easter Elegant. This is one of her background papers. So I threw that in there. The colors are perfect. That's another one, double-sided. I've shared that already. And then this is the last one. It's got yellow on the back and Mickey on the other side. So that's what I've got going on. And hopefully I can get some of Chiquita's papers that I have in my stash over here. I've also wanted to share this. I shared this earlier. I stamped out some of my Disney stamps and I used my circle punch on this one. This is another stamp here. It's got the Mickey head and you can trim this part, but I left that on there for, you know, in case, just in case. So just a bunch of ephemera pieces, and here's more stamped sentiments. I also found this die set in my stash. This just says smile, hooray, celebrate, happy day. It's Mickey, you know, Disney fun words. And then I think I shared this earlier, but I just made some ephemera pieces with my Cricut. I used the offset for all of the images, and that way I can, you know, it will stand out on the projects. So I've got a bunch of ephemera pieces now that I can add into my junk journals. I need to work on this one. I was gonna make a paper clip. I started making it on the live, our last live, but I didn't finish that. Okay, so that's that. And then I also have some of Luisa's digital kit for her junk journal. She's got some tags here. I just sized them down different sizes. And we've got some graph paper. This is also, all of these are her digital kits. You can pick it up on My Crafty Boutique Co. on Etsy. And there are some of the tickets that's already distressed for you. I just used it, put it into the Cricut design space and print and cut. This is some doilies from my stash. I pulled that out. Here are some of Chiquita's dyed guest checks, and got some blue and some green, and then also some of her, what are these called? Bags. She dyed, color dyed these. And also some of her little note papers that I'm just going to stick into the Trapper Keepers. So I got blue, pink, and orange. And then there's some book pages that I'm going to, you know, tear. She dyed these. These are also Chiquita's papers. Okay, so let me put these back the way I had them. So I'm going to get busy adding these in. I don't know if I will do a craft with me. So these are Luisa's digitals. I printed them on one side, and then on the other I used one of her distressed background papers and printed it on the blank side. And then here are her receipts, also distressed. And then I just printed the same background paper. That way it's not white on both sides. So once I go to cut these out, they're ready to go. All ready for the junk journals. So there you have it. All of these goodies. Actually, I have more. I have this little bucket I've been throwing my pieces in. So these are just scraps. I have this stack of cards from Dollar Tree, and it's got Minnie Mouse on the back and Daisy Duck. And so there's Daisy. All these for the junk journal. So I don't know if I'm going to use all of them, but you know, you got Minnie and Daisy on here, and then you got Mickey. There are other characters in this deck of cards, but that's all I pulled out. I've got some trim again from Eve, our girl Eve. She recently shared that with me. Pulled this one out. This was gifted to me by Luisa, and I wanted to add some Minnie Mouse bow ears onto those and add that in there. I pulled some of these baggies from my stash, you know, junk journals. I pulled pinks, and I've already prepped them, so I glued it so it's like a little loaded pocket that you could use. Put them together. I got some coin bags. I've got some of these treat bags. I don't know where they came from. They're just in my stash. Here's some more coin envelopes. And then these we worked on the live. Oops, that's the digital. Let me get to that. So here's the folio from Luisa's digital kit, and I used my digital paper to fill it in. And then on the inside are the bows that I created on the live. The drizzle bows. I think I created them on the live. I don't remember. But then I also have this one. So they both get this one set each. This one says one of a kind and fantastic. And these are the KS Crafts flags. And they're only attached by a little sticky dot on some acetate. So once they use these up, she can use them as journaling spots or, you know, photos. She can add some photos. These are Luisa's envelopes again. These were supposed to be for tickets, to put your tickets in. That's part of her digital kit. But I did not print it out the right size. These are also Luisa's envelopes, but I used another digital kit for the background. And then this is a die set. I got this from Temu, and I did not punch the flowers out yet. I just wanted to keep it together for now. I will be using those in the junk journal. So there you have my stash of Disney stuff. It's not everything, guys. So here we have some Shrinkadinks that I printed out and cut with my Cricut. So those are some of the characters. Actually, those are the 4 characters that I've made. Some have the loops and some don't. So you can put them as embellishments, the ones that don't. So we'll see how I use that. What else did I get done? Oh, I've got some Mickey heads here. You can see it better. Got some sprinkles on there. I used the Nuvo drops to add my sprinkles onto our donuts. Whoops. I made that on the live with Luisa last week. I've also got these. Some bows from Luisa. Some buttons that I picked up at Walmart when I went the other, I don't know. I don't even remember when. It's been a while. And you've got some of these stars. Those are all part of the button collection. These are gifted to me by Luisa. And these little ones I picked up on Temu. Same with these silicone ones that I recently just hauled. So the difference with these is the the holes are on the side. So they don't These were gifted to me by Luisa, but I picked up my own supply here. You can see this whole tray. I thought those were great. And then I got these from Ebony Shop, the Rosette Guru. So I'm going to use some of those on our dangles. I've got some headband ears. And I made some shrink-a-dinks with Mickey Mouse. I've used those with Ebony's birthday challenge also. I got to do some other stuff. So I got these gifted to me by some crafty friends from, I think, Jenny or, gosh, I think Jenny gifted me those. But I got some Mickey heads here also. I don't remember if I hauled them or if it was gifted to me, one or the other. But here are some of those shaker heads. I also made some bows in my earlier last year, so I've got some bows I can also gift to my girlfriends as part of the swap. And then yeah, so that is all of the so far that I've come across. I forget what's in my own stash, so guys, for real, shop your stash. All right, so there you go. I've got some beading to do next, and hopefully I can use some of these goodies that I just recently hauled. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, welcome. Hit subscribe and join our crafty family, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell. And also, don't forget, if you're crafting Disney, go ahead and hit us up, hashtag March Disney Madness. And you never know, we might be doing a giveaway, you know, cross your fingers. We may or may not, but you know, we'd love to see what you guys are crafting and be inspired also. So there you go, guys. Hope you had a great time. I'll see you all on the next crafty video. Bye.